I, 27, have been with my wife for 8 years. For 5 of those years, I was in the military, and I developed the habit of being early for everything I do. It is a huge pet peeve of mine if people are late for things when they could have been on time. If something happens out of your control and you were late, then I totally understand. My wife is the type of person who is always late. Throughout the relationship, she has made us late for events, and it has been embarrassing. One of the worst incidents was when I was home on leave. We were planning on meeting my mom for breakfast. I haven't seen in 2 years at 9 a.m. I told my wife the day before that I want to leave our place at 8:30 so we can get there by 8:50. We both wake up at 7 and I'm ready by 8. At this point, she hasn't even started to get ready. I remind her multiple times that we need to leave by 8:30, but she kept saying we have time and I'll be fast. She didn't start getting ready until 8:30. Long story short, we were an hour late and we lost our reservation because of it. I was pissed, but kept it to myself until we got home. I told her that I hated that she always made us late and it can be embarrassing sometimes. She apologized and said she would work on it. It never got any better. If anything, she would get short with me if I mentioned the time. Fast forward 3 years and I was graduating the police academy. The graduation set to begin at 10 a.m. and people could start showing up at 9:15. Well, knowing my wife and not wanting her to be walking in as the ceremony was beginning, I told her that the graduation started at 9:15 and that she needed to be there at 8:30 to find parking. Well, sure enough, I see her driving in at 9:15. Of course, I was a little pissed, but glad that my plan worked. The rest of the graduation went as planned and I was happy. Afterwards, a group of us and our spouses went out to celebrate. At one point, my wife mentions that she was lucky that the ceremony got pushed back or she was going to be late. My friends were confused and told her that they saw her car and that she showed up right on time. My wife then asked what time was the ceremony supposed to start. They all said 10 a.m. At that point, my wife just stared at me and I knew she was pissed. When I got home, my wife blew up on me. She said she was pissed that I lied to her and didn't understand why I did. I told her that I knew she would be late, and so I told her a slightly earlier time to be safe. She said she was hurt and felt that I had manipulated her. This is where I might be the a-hole. I said, how do you think I feel? I told you that the graduation started at 9:15 and you were still late. You knew how hard I worked throughout the academy and you couldn't even be on time for this one occasion. She got quiet and just said she's going to bed. She has barely spoken to me over the last couple of days and I don't know if I was too harsh. So am I the a-hole?